This is Julie, Stitching at the Cabin. Today is a day. After work on a day, I'm wearing jammies. What day? What month? What year? It's December 10th, 2026. I think it's a Wednesday. I should have looked. When I was looking at my watch, I should have looked. Oh well. Welcome. I needed to do this today because I need your help, and I need it not quickly, but somewhat quickly, because I need to plot and plan, and I need all of you, well, many of you, to respond so I can plot and plan. But we'll get to that. But I need you. Don't go away. So we have, there's a stitchy kindness I want to tell you about. We have whips and finishes, not mine. My whips. We have haul. There's something special my husband did that he did it for me, but he said I can share it with you. So if any of you want it, again, it's always email down there, StitchingAtTheCabin@gmail.com. If you know my personal email, email me, text, however we normally communicate. You can instant message me through Instagram. Probably not Facebook, because I don't put personal, I only put personal stuff on Facebook, not stitching, so chances are we're not friends. Some of us are, but most of us probably aren't. However you want to get a hold of me, smoke signals, fax, telegram, whatever. StitchingAtTheCabin@gmail.com is probably the bestest. My birthday, that's what I need help with, so we'll get to that. I made a decision, thanks to all of you, but I need your help to make it work. I will spin, and then it's actually been really sad the last few weeks, so there's probably not a lot of other to share that's happy, and I mean, I'll share the sad, but we'll get there. Let's start with the happy. The happy is that right after I filmed the last time, I got a gift card in my email from 123 Stitch, and it was a generous gift card, and it was from Anonymous. And I spent several days trying to figure out who it could possibly be, because I wanted to thank someone. It was so hard to have this amazing, generous gift and not be able to say, hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It was so kind and thoughtful, and it made my whole week. Thankfully, after some time, the person that did it emailed me, just to make sure I got it. And I cannot tell you who it is. This person has asked to remain anonymous, and I respect that, so I will not tell you, but I have thanked them, and I am so excited. I know what I want to use it on. I'm just waiting till after Christmas, just on the off chance that somebody figures it out and buys it. I don't want to have duplicates, so I'm just waiting. December 25th in the evening, I will be ordering what I want, but yeah, not yet. But thank you so much. It was completely unnecessary. I do this for free. I don't even make the money from YouTube. Alyssa does. She set it up so it goes into her account, and since she's not doing this anymore, she just buys me coffee and breakfast and stuff when she comes here. So you never feel like you need to, please don't ever feel like you need to give me anything. You don't. I do this because I love it, and I really should be paying you all to watch it. But also, I completely appreciated that, and it just, thank you. Okay, you want to see the whips and the finishes? Christine, she finished her 6 pages of the 2025 HAED sale, and she did, I don't know how to pronounce it, so you're going to hear me butchering it. Descants? The one with the gorgeous blue flowers, and it's like an ivory background. Love it. I would never stitch it. That background would, no, but it's stunning. So she did the 6 pages, so she wins all the things that come with that. Congratulations on that. And thank you for sharing it, as always. But, man, you people are awesome. I'm, so slow with stitching. Well, I have a bajillion projects. I don't know how many projects you all have, but it's amazing. So I guess the question is, are you going to keep working on it? Because you got the 6 pages and that was the goal, and you're going to finish it, right? You're not just, I'm out. Because I would be tempted. Not because I don't love it. I do love it. All that ivory background. And then Tina Stitches on Floss Tube. She sent finishes, but you can also see them, and she talks more about them on her Floss Tube, Tina Stitches. In fact, the third one, she says in her Floss Tube there's a mistake on it, and had she not said what it was, I would never ever have seen it. And even knowing now what the mistake is, I still, like, I looked at it today right before I came up here to make sure I had all these right. I still don't see the issue. So, Tina, I would never think twice about that. I know you see it, but we don't. So she has 3. She finished Simply Meant to Be by Sherry Gilhard. It's a HAED. Sorry, my writing was small, and it's right on an envelope flap. It's 25 count, 2/1 half. I think that's what she said, and I think that's what I wrote. I have to say that, I mean, not only is the picture beautiful, but the frame, especially with like the spider web on there, all the frames, I like all the frames and all the things. And I mean, not only am I impressed that she had finished these, but these are fully finished. All 3 of them fully finished. That is foreign to me. I do not know how people fully finish. I would have to pay somebody to do it. Well, I mean, I pay people to frame, but like, I don't have space in my house to frame all this stuff, and this isn't about me. Shh, this is about Tina. Tina, congratulations on all 3 of these. The second one is Pumpkin Time Heart by Sweetheart Tree. Again, I love the frame. I like that little pumpkin-y, I think it's a pumpkin, right? It's probably pumpkin time. Yeah, the little metal, it's not a button, the little metal treasury thing in the middle. I know that shouldn't be my favorite part, but I really like it in there. But again, nice frame. And then the third one, the one with the mistake that no one will ever see, Girl in a Poppy Field by, the names, these people, I know this is a company, Verviso, from them. It's theirs. They did this. And that's on the 32 count platinum linen. And like I said, she has a floss tube, so go watch it and see the detail of it. And she holds it, and it's a video, so you can see all the intricacies instead of pictures that I'm showing you. So if you have a WIP or a finish that you would like me to share, StitchingAtTheCabin@gmail.com. I'm happy to show those every week. Thankfully, we're not getting 200,000 of them, so I don't have to put them on the wheel anymore. I just show everything every time. So send those in if you want to continue to see people's, then you need to share yours. Okay, so that is my WIP time. Whips! We always start with keto, and I should probably always warn you that the bottom looks like a complete rat's nest. It's not. I don't even take off the flosses that my skeins that I'm commonly using. Those are still at the bottom. I like how this is working. I don't have to take them all off and put them all back on. I understand this is traumatic to look at, but if you want to see keto, then you have to see all the floss underneath keto too. You can judge silently. Don't judge me in the comments. Getting close to the bottom of the page. It's I mean, obviously it's there and there, so we've got this, but look at this. She's got a little opening and a little bow. There was a slight counting issue at one point, so I couldn't, usually I do typewriter and like kind of, yeah, I couldn't because there's a mistake up here someplace, and so I'm having to go from the bottom up to fix it. So that's kind of where that's what we're working on right now, is getting that situated. But look, now this thing doesn't look as funny because there's actual sleeve. Like, yay, sleeve. The thing is, I was so excited about getting to a dress, and now that I've gotten to a dress, it's confetti-ish. But I'm also I have skin color, I have dress color, and then well, up here I had background too. So like there was a lot going on. I think it'll be easier when it's just dress instead of these, I was going to say diametrically opposed colors, but that's probably not the right phrase. But anyway, this is, I'm probably showing the before and after right now. So I'm like, don't touch anything that the people need to see. Don't say anything stupid, but people have to see stuff. I do that to myself. I only give myself so much time to show the before and after, and then I say something right in the middle, and then I have to cut it short. Silly, silly. Okay. Keto. 25 count, 2/1 full class. Heaven Earth Designs, Annie Stagg. She is retired. I do not believe you can get her anyplace else, but I do not know for certain. I don't know what page number. I know we're still on track for the 2032 finish, I believe. 2032. We're almost at 2026. Pretty much everybody knows it started at August of 2018. So 18, and now it's 25, almost 26. It's a lot of years. A lot of years. I work on her every morning that I am here. That is not a weekend. So before work every morning. She did not get as much love this last month because, well, the last 2 months, because I was in North Carolina, then I was in Kentucky, and then I keep having to go to work, and when I go to work early in the morning, then I have to try to work on it when I come home at night. But if I'm cooking dinner that night, there's really not enough time. But I try. She's still getting love. She's still averaging 100 stitches a day. So we're set. We're good. Okay. There is one that I did not bring up to show you. It's that Mushroom Village thing, the stamped one, just because I only worked on it one day. So there's like, you know, what, 100 stitches maybe, and it wasn't worth dragging the whole thing upstairs for that. So until I work on it again, I'm not going to show it to you. But just know that they did work on that slightly. This is a new start. That's not what I meant to pick up. Hang on. I just said I was going to go, well, in my head I said I was going to go in the order. I don't know that I said that out loud, but can't you just read my mind? Just people, read my mind. Makes it easier. The Governor, I know this is so messy, I'm sorry. Bulbs, I'm doing the black version. So, I mean, you can see better in the white, but it's the black one. This was a kit, I think. Yeah, that was a kit. I don't know why I suddenly thought it wasn't. I don't remember working on it. I mean, I remember working on it. I just don't remember which. Yeah, I think I was working on the pink flower. We're gonna say it was pink. I know this bulb still needs its hair. I will go back and get to it. I will. But will I put the Q-snap? It wasn't amenable to that, so I don't know what count the Ada is. Probably 14. Looks 14 to me. And I am going to remove the words right there because you can't read them. I don't have any idea what they say, and I'm not going to put the others in. Is that a spot? Oh, phew, it's fuzz. I was like, is that toothpaste? I don't brush my teeth with my projects. Yep, that is bulbs. 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 I like actual bulbs, like in real life. I've only successfully grown them a couple of times because I basically live in a desert. But when you plant them, they seem to come back like every year, whether you try or not, which that's my kind of plant. I like plants that put in that kind of effort. I've got a good work ethic there. I wish every plant did that. I have not done any kind of gardening the last, like, 2 years. I mean, we have people that come and mow the lawn, and you don't think everything's just blah out there. But I personally haven't been planting, and I've just done a little bit of pruning, and you don't care. Nobody cares. Let's show stitching. This is spring sample. I don't have a good picture, so I'll put one in. I did make some progress on this. I remember doing it. Do I remember what? Nope. Couldn't tell you. I want to say I was working some there and then probably down here, but really can't tell you. I think this was part of the Great British Bake Off challenge thing, which I still haven't finished because that one human was like winning everything, and I have like hundreds of stitches I still need to put in the Leonid Afromov Melody of the Night, and I haven't done it yet. I mean, there's other stuff that needs stuff, but yikes. Yikes. Did I say this was Cooler Design Studio? Sandy Orton? Because it is. And it's on Pattern Keeper, which makes it so much easier. Oh, that reminds me. I don't think I said it last time. No, I didn't, because the new start is here, and that's what I did it on. I just want to say thank you to Sarah Stitcher Mommy. That book tutorial you gave me was awesome. That she told me how to get a paper pattern into the Books app on your iProducts, iPhone, Apple, whatever, iPad, whatever. And, I mean, it was so easy, and it makes all the difference. You can look it up. You can't. It's not as functional as Pattern Keeper, obviously. That would be my first choice, but for a paper pattern, this worked really, really, really well. And I know I was going to comment on one of the videos recently, and I had typed out the whole thing, and then I got distracted, and the video ended before I hit comment, and it all went away. So just know that I've tried at least twice now to comment on the videos and tell you, and I have failed. I don't know, but okay. I'm more disorganized than normal over here. I hadn't planned to do this. It was kind of a last minute thing because I realized how busy things were getting and I wasn't going to get another opportunity. So, I hope this isn't the first time you're watching, because you're like, I'm never watching again. But I promise, it's always disorganized and crazy, and design works. Peacock. Give you a chance to absorb that. This one I'm probably going to be putting in books next, because that tail is something else. To try to keep your place with all those symbols and not lose where you are and what you're doing. This fabric is a sugar maple. I cannot remember the name of it. Clematis. Yeah, clematis. So here we go. This is coming along. I made a lot more of the peacock. There's like a head and body. I think pretty much everything blue there is new. New blue. And I think I also maybe connected the top. It's at the top. And maybe some of the column. You've got the before and after. And if you don't, you will shortly. So you can tell. You look. You tell me. You don't have to tell me. I need you to tell me things later, and if you're only going to pick one thing, it's not going to be this. This was a kit, but I wanted to use my own fabric. I don't love stitching on white Aida, so hopefully I have enough floss, but I'm pretty sure it's... I think that thing even tells you what the DMC is, so I shouldn't have any problems if it becomes necessary. Unlike this one, Hyacinth, the Gecko Rouge does not tell you what floss is what. I color matched before because, again, kit, I didn't want to use the fabric, and so I went through and color matched every single one before I started, just to make sure I would have enough of the color to be able to tell what it was. That's the fabric I was supposed to use. This is my baby Momo, my Hyacinth Macaw. He is downstairs right now. I can hear Mr. Boop, which is the African Grey. I do not hear the other two. They're alive. I was just down there before I came up here. I'm just saying, right now the only one talking is the African Grey. But I keep the door closed and I'm upstairs as far away as possible, just so you don't have to listen. Forgive the tape. The fabric is African Sunset by Fabric Flare. My Stitch Pal says I could finish this in 2027. I think if I put in an effort, I could finish it in 2026. because I'm like 70-something% through, and it's just this side left. When I had the Q-snap, I was really worried I was going to run out of fabric space, but now that I'm holding it up here, I think we're good. I'm not overly concerned. I'm moving a lot tonight. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a good way to show you, get close enough for you to see, but I can't see anything at all when I do that. Not a single thing. So I have no idea what you actually see. Hopefully good things. Things you get enabled by. I don't know if that's still available or not. I'm assuming so. I don't know how often Gecko Rouge retires things. But I also don't know how many people stitch a hyacinth macaw. The mushrooms are downstairs. Okay, this is the new start. Again, thank you, Sarah, for the tutorial on how to do the books. Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy for starting this, I know. Teresa Wensler, English Garden Sampler. I'm crazy, I know. Like I'm not torturing myself enough with all the Teresa Wenslers. But this time I'm doing what Dina said. Sit, stay, stitch. I'm still getting used to that, Dina, I'm sorry. She used to be half stitch. Sit, stay, stitch. I'm pretty sure that's the name. She taught me that with Teresa Wensler's, you need to do all the blends first. Put all the blends on your little bobbins. In fact, I can show you. I think hers was probably neater, but this works for me. This one's really messy. Let me find one that's slightly less. This one's slightly less messy. Come out. So I take the 6 strands. I cut a length from the 2 different color skeins, and then I pull the 6 apart from each one, and put them together, and then I wrap them on here in different directions. So when I go to use it, whichever one is wrapped on top, because you can tell, like, that's the top, that's obviously underneath. You take the top one and you just undo the 2 together, thread it, and you go, and you don't ever have to think about it again. So that's why that for me works a whole lot better than trying to pull off 2 and keep them, and it's just, no, this works better. Everything's the same length. I have 6 strands to begin with that I can use. If I need more, I can make more. If I, have too many, I can eventually separate them and put them back, or whatever. But again, I'm babbling tonight. I'm sorry. This is fabric I got from 1884, and it's one side has variegation and one does not, so it's printed. Do I know what this fabric is? Crinkle, crinkle, little star. It's Zweila Lugana 25 count, color 7729. It's not real helpful, is it? 25 count is sort of an unusual size unless you're doing full coverage, but here we go. That's my start. Look, I have the peacock up there. It's coming along. I only worked on this a couple of days, so that's not too bad. Super long piece of fabric. I'm going to be in trouble if the thing's that long, because that's going to be 700 years of work. Not like it's not going to be 700 years of work anyway, but if it was that long, we'd be in big trouble. It's just one of those things I wanted to start for years, but I didn't. And now I have. Yay. Okay, I'm really hoping this is actually Tiki Beach Sunset, because I have 2 or 3 bags that look the same. This one is Tiki. It was on top. Not top, but it was... Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to have to put in the picture because I don't have one. It's full coverage. It's digital. Pattern keeper. I don't know. Amy Stewart, 28 count 1/1 full class. You probably will see the most difference down there. Some of this, and that is actually like a lizard of some sort, like a gecko or something. You can't tell yet. I get it. I'm not like, hey, look at the gecko. I love this one so much. This, don't tell Keto. This is probably my favorite full coverage to work on, and I don't know why. I know because it's making something and I can see it, but I don't know, the material pack from Heaven and Earth really makes it pleasant. Everything about this is enjoyable. I love it way more than I expected to. And it's the first one I did on 28 count, and it's kind of my sweet spot now. If I do a full coverage, is 28 count 1/1. No offense to my 25 count 2/1, but that won't work on everything. What is next? Poltergeist Pirates. And I have Sheila, Mrs. Stitches, to thank for somehow getting this pattern keeper compatible. I don't know the details anymore, but it is now pattern keeper compatible. I don't think you can buy it that way. I think someone converted it, but she knew I already had it. We've been working on it at the same time for, what, years now, so she was okay with sharing it with me because it wasn't like a copyright issue. I clearly have bought it. The fabric is Bang from whoever made it. It was a whole thing at the time. You bought like a whole kit of it. I will admit, I wasn't going to, but you know I can't keep those kinds of secrets. I will admit when I have made a mistake. Mistakes were made. It's really bad. I don't want to tell you what, but it's really bad. If you don't see from this distance, then I'm going to say it's all good. But there's some stuff that's off that I'm fudging, and it's horribly fudged, and it's just making everything worse. I am convinced that I am not ever going to do anything on a dark cashel fabric ever again. I struggle with cashel like you wouldn't believe. It's something about seeing the holes correctly and then being the dark. It just, I would do a dark fabric. I would not do cashel, or however you put it. I would not do that again. But I mean, I'm gonna finish. I love it. Yeah, that's not going to be competing in the fair or anything. Jolly Christmas. This is going to be the one that I have downstairs. So I don't work on it often. We watched a movie as a family the other night, and it was a movie I didn't really care about watching. It was like Begonia, I think. I ended up watching a lot of it, but I was stitching while I did it. And the family didn't seem to mind too much because I had a light on, but the light kind of has a cover, and I don't think it bothered them too much. So I did get a chance to I moved the Q-snap, so this isn't, the before and after is going to look funny when you see that, but it's just because I had to move the Q-snap. I'm anxious to get back to these cookies, but I haven't had a reason to be downstairs stitching for a while. Maybe we can watch another movie I don't care about soon. My nails don't go that well with these colors, do they? I mean, this is fine, but not so much the red. Anyway, that's another fun one. And that one is awesome because you don't have to, I don't mean you have to pay attention to the pattern. You do, but it has a lot of like spaces you can just outline and then fill in, and then those side things make it so you don't have to pay attention. It's just clean white, clean white, clean white, white. It's just clean white, clean white, clean white, white, fill in. It's way easy. Okay. Y'all haven't seen this one at all this year. It is a kit. I think it's cruel. And I do think it's cruel to make people work on it. It's just not my style. Is it cruel? Yeah. Hollyhocks. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. I don't think I have the skill for it. I'm doing my best, but I would say I'm struggle busting. So try not to overly loudly giggle and judge and all that. She's coming along. I'm kind of okay with this and up here, but I'm not sure. I keep telling myself that once I get this filled in, this one's gonna look more normal, but I don't know. I'm not skilled in this. I need more not instruction. I need more definition. I'm not creative. I don't need to have to try to guess, because like that little tiny line that they show you, all these little tiny lines, that's to tell you the direction the stitch should go. You're supposed to start in the middle of that and then go to one side and then go to the other side, and you have to start on the outside and work your way in so that these stitches lay on top of those stitches. So that's why there's stuff hanging, because it's not in a spot where I can keep going. I don't know if that makes sense, but it is what it is. And I will probably love the way it looks in the end, but I need actual little holes in the fabric with X's to tell me where to put stuff. I don't need to make decisions and guesstimates and all that. I had taken this off and I meant to put it back on and I didn't. And I didn't want to lose it. There we go. Okay, I'm good. Hollyhocks. I did like it more than I remembered liking it when I pulled it out, like doing it. So maybe I'll do it again sooner. I left it on the Q-snap because I did want to do more, but it was only, I don't know, that was less than an hour at the cabin this last weekend. This is what I was working on last night. It's the Who Ate My Ice Cream, the Vickley collection. Unfortunately, he passed away last year before, I don't know. I was watching Love After Lockup while I was working on this, so I have some vibes. Those people are insane. Anyway, the fabric is stamped. See, it doesn't show on the back, but it's probably called something like Sky. I don't know. I'm assuming it's fabric flare. I can't remember. I've been working on this enough years, you'd think I would be done. And it's not that far off. Like, I really could finish that. This entire side is done. And most of that bird's done. And a good chunk of that bird is done. So you're really just talking about a lot of backstitching, the plant and the frame. And I mean, obviously finishing the birds. But it's not really that much. Like, if I focused, I could finish it next year. But then I was thinking that last night, and I was like, well, technically, if I focused on almost anything, I could finish it in days, weeks, months. But where's the fun in doing that? Who actually finishes? Well, besides Tina, because she had those 3 finishes. But not me. Nah. That was it for WIPs. I know that's not a lot, but I don't think it's been a full month, and I have been gone a lot. So, usually I show you more than that. I do have jammies on if I didn't already say that. I am comfy. I'm done with work. I am jamified. I look like I'm not clean, but I am. I just used a different shampoo that I normally use because no, it's not. It makes it look greasier than it should. Anyway, I use my work envelopes, the ones that I get when people send me things and then they give you like the return, but I don't use those, so I use I'm saving trees. Okay, so haul, that's it for the WIPs. Haul, I was like, why do I have a note about Janet? Janet, why are you in my notes? I remember why you're in my notes. It's haul, but I don't have it to show you. So, I do have haul to show you. This is not showable. I do not have it with me. It has not technically arrived yet. So I told you guys I was considering the HAED 2026 SAL, and anybody who's been poking around the files knows what happened. Well, not what happened, but knows at least what I chose. I did sign up for the SAL. I did buy my my project. I told you I was trying to decide between the dragonflies and the battleship, and I went with the wise and the brave. And you're like, Julie, those weren't options you were considering. No, they weren't. And this is where Janet comes in. Janet left me a comment. I believe it was a comment. I'm pretty sure it was a comment. I don't think she emailed me. I'm pretty sure it was a comment. And she said she felt kind of the same way. You the whole, yeah, you want to do the sal, but you don't want to do the sal. You don't necessarily love the rewards and like blah, 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 blah. The things I keep saying. Well, she said, it's been a while since I've read this, so I apologize if I'm not quoting, but if I'm misspeaking here. Sounds like my husband's home. That door is going to open in a second. He and my son are talking. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm back. So my husband came home from work. He was saying hi, and then they didn't quite close the door all the way, and then he and my son were standing there talking, and I was like, hey, could you like not stand outside my door and talk loudly to each other? Just for now. Okay, so as I was saying, Janet left a comment. Excuse me. Janet left a comment, and she was saying that she had a friend that was going to do the sal, but she was only going to do one page because she was going to do that fairy tale. It's not a cottage. I don't remember what it's called, but the fairy tale one, and just pick a page that could stand alone. And then the light bulbs went off, and I was like, I could do a standalone page. Oh. So then I started looking through them all, and I couldn't do a standalone of the dragonfly. There was just no dragonfly that was quite the right size. I couldn't do a page of the battleship because, I mean, when you think about that hanging on a wall, just like a piece of a battleship, like, no. While it's amusing, I don't, no. So then I looked at others and the fairy tale, and I could see how the friend was doing something, but it wasn't calling to me. And I had always liked The Wise and the Brave. That's that robin and the owl, but I don't really like the background. So I was like, wait a minute, I could crop it, cut out a bunch of the background. I could just do the birds, but then I was like, I think it needs some background. So basically I took a screenshot on my phone of that one on Heaven and Earth, and then I cropped that screenshot down to what I thought I'd want to do, and that's my plan. So that's the one I'm going to do. So thank you, Janet, and thank you all for shoving me into doing the sal. I appreciate it. I am excited. I'm going to get one page done as long as I like the Amy Stewart that we're going to be getting for free. That is still a mystery as far as I know. We'll see. If I don't like it, then I'm not going to worry about trying to get that page done this year. I'll just do it at my leisure, like the Innocent Dreams, the little bunny one. I don't even have a page done on that, but I could if I really wanted to. But I knew I wasn't going to. That was never my intention. My intention is one page. And I think that crop is definitely going to be more than one page. But I think if I start, because we're pretty centered, and if I start on like the owl itself, I could probably get a chunk done. Now it's a lot of ivory, which I'm not thrilled about. And I did pause for quite a while trying to decide, do I really want to do that? And I do. And then I thought, well, I don't have to do it on white gridded fabric. I could do it on something pretty. And then I was like, but there's not anything that's going to show because I'm not doing just the birds. I'm just doing the crop, so it's going to have some background. And hopefully I've put in the picture of my crop, my plan. So, excuse me. That's what I'm going to do. I totally forgot we were in hall. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I was like, this entire time my address has been showing. So, sorry, I'm so mean. This is Amazing Gray from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. It's a 28 count linen. I'm going to crinkle so I can take it out. I'm sure a good chunk of you already know why I'm showing you this, like what it's for. Pretty, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. This is big. And now I'm like, I don't know. No, size doesn't intimidate me enough to not do it. This is for Freya by Bella Filipina. And I probably put it away because I think I showed it to you last time. So I'll have to show you a picture of it. And this is the called for fabric. And I was obsessed as soon as I saw it. So I am very much looking forward to starting that. Could I be louder? Yes. I'm looking forward to starting that, and I will be starting it this year at some point. I am almost positive. Because if my birthday thing, if it doesn't fit in with that, I'm just going to do it anyway. I am doing it anyway. I want to do that one. I wish I had realized you could get Bella Filipina's PDF before I bought the pattern, the hardcover, but books to the rescue. I will book it. Oh, I didn't show it to you. I did it. It's here. Here it is. I guess I was holding the fabric upside down. That's okay. This makes more sense. I'll just make sure I start it the right direction. Isn't that beautiful? So just saying, isn't she lovely? But you don't want to hear me sing. It's beautiful. I haven't actually opened the pattern itself because it's all sealed and it's all beautiful. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle! The Legend of Freya. It's so pretty. So, yes. Yes, please. I have other little things in here, which I assume are for Freya. I just threw some of them. I am so loud and obnoxious today. Crinkle, crinkle, little loud star. Okay, what did we drop? These beads are massive. Massive, I tell ya. I've never seen beads so big, but pretty sure they're the called for. And I know you're like, you haven't opened it. How do you know it's called for? 1, 2, 3 stitch, baby. It has a picture on the back of what you need. And of course, they usually list stuff. I don't know if this is for that or not, but I'm going to assume it is. All of these things. That was smart. I get an A for effort and a C- for skill today. Okay, my little Freya package. And then I'm thinking that some of what I got for 1, 2, 3 Stitch today is actually for this. That's my thoughts. I had this before. I feel like I've showed this to you, but why would it be sitting over there if I showed it to you? Because I only put things there to show you. And after I showed you, I clean them up and they go in the closet. That's not the closet, that's the hall, but I'm pointing diagonally, which is the closet. This is one of those counted canvas. These are the pretty things, and I am fairly confident. I cannot show you my name. Don't look at my name. Stop looking at my name. My address. You can look at my name all you want. My address. Don't look at my address. Here's the fabric for Wise and Engrave. 28 count. One over one. And then there was this piece of fabric that I just wanted to see what it looked like. It was, I think this was the Black Friday sale. It is Picture This Plus Ancient. It's 14 count Aida. I don't hate Aida. I just don't like white Aida. This was really pretty in the picture and I wanted to see what it actually looked like. Now I know. I think it was like $4 or $6. Like it was super cheap. So why not find out? Okay. See, I'm pretty sure these are for this. Because it seems very odd that I'd be using something so thick anyplace else. Yeah. These are matching. These names are matching. So this is going to have its new little home in here because we're very organized now. Super organized, right? Okay, what else do we have? Not super exciting, but there's Kranich, which is so freaking hard to find. That wasn't a bad word. I didn't say baffled. I said something similar. More like giant beads. So I'm thinking, I think this is actually for the thing that I want to buy with the gift card at the beginning of the year. Not beginning of the year, after Christmas. So, I'm pretty sure. Because I don't think those were for Freya. I have quite the mess over here. Yeah, I confused myself. I'm like, but that's sitting there, and I know I showed you that. But that's the thing, I needed to go downstairs, and this needed to go downstairs, and I didn't. This was what Stephanie gave me. I was sad to see she's not going to be looking at, sorry, there's Eagle Minder falling, at, what's it called? Keepsakes anymore. So I'm lucky I got to see her when I did. Just keep stitching. I think that's it for my haul. This is probably stuffed in someplace else, but this is me post filming. My husband, I totally skipped it. I'm pretty sure I skipped this. Oops. So on Facebook, there's a group called Stitching Road Trip. I think that's what it's called. And it in the files section, you can get a PDF that tells you all of the stitching stores in the US. I don't think there's an international one. That might be, but every stitching store in the US, and it tells you if it's cross stitch, needlepoint, punch needle, like whatever it is. Now, it's not 100% accurate because stores have closed, but they're pretty good about putting in new stores and taking out old ones. But I don't know that it's 100% accurate. And every time we traveled, he sees me pull this up and go through it. It's always a process to find the group and then find the file and then open it and then scroll through to try to find the state and then these stores, and then, you know, it's got like that. Sometimes it has the hours. It has a website, and so I think you can find the hours. I don't think it actually has the hours. It's always a project. And so he said to me, why don't you give me that file in Excel format and I'll make a map out of it. And I was like, well, I don't know if it's in Excel. And when I looked, it was a PDF. And so he said, just send it to me. So I sent it to him. He turned it into an Excel file, and he has made this map. Hopefully I am putting in a screenshot of it. If not, I should be. I have no issues with sharing this map with you. If you want to use this instead, you can, but you can click on any of those little places and it tells you that same XS for cross stitch, MP for needlepoint, PN for punch needle. I can't remember what else is there. I haven't looked at it in like 2 weeks, but yeah, so if you're traveling, you can use a map instead of having to scroll and try to find the state and then what city, but you don't necessarily know what's close to it. Like I know it can be in Sarasota, but what's close to Sarasota? I don't know. Tampa's sort of close. I don't know. And this way you see it. So you're like, oh, I'm going to be driving this way. You're like, oh, scrolling. Oh, yeah. I could stop at these places and whatever. If you would like this map, email me. Well, you can comment if you want, but you're going to have to give me your email so I can give it to you. Well, I mean, I can text it, whatever you want, but probably email is the easiest. I don't know if I can text it. Let's go with email. So email StitchingAtTheCabin@gmail.com and just tell me you want a copy of the map, and I will forward it along. Yeah, so super awesome that my husband did that. Super handy. Okay, back to regularly scheduled programming. Now, if you like haul, then help me with this next thing, and you'll probably see more haul. If you don't like haul, help me anyway, because you like me. Okay, okie dokie. So, I asked you last time to help me with my birthday, and y'all came through. You gave me all sorts of ideas, and some I was like, yes, this is the answer. And then I discovered shortly after looking at things, no, that not going to work after all. So many ideas, so many good ideas, and they came from everywhere. Really good ideas. So I was thinking one day, man, these people have a lot of good ideas. How do they come up with so many good ideas, right? And that's when the light bulb went off, or on. The light bulb happened. Ding! You people have good ideas. So here's what I'm going to do. but I need you. I want to do prompts, and I want you guys to come up with the prompts. So I want to do 50, but I also think I'm going to love this so much, I'm going to want to do more. Plus, I don't want to exclude anybody. So I need you to send me as many prompts as you want to send me. Don't just limit it to one. You can send it to the email, you can comment, you can private message me, whatever. Give me prompts, like anything. Like, okay, not anything, not like finish a full coverage, because I can't do that. Send me, you know, a designer that starts with a letter of the alphabet, a project with a certain color, don't just say a color, because that's everything. You know, a new start. Only a finish if it's something specific that you know I can finish. A theme. It doesn't matter if I have a project for it or not. That's the fun in this. If I don't have it started, you don't know what everything in my stash. Maybe I have it in the stash, and I need to know now so I can kit everything up and be ready to go for my birthday. And I'm also trying to decide, am I going to do January 1st, just that whole year, my birthday year, or am I going to do birthday to birthday? And that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, because I think it's going to take a while to get all this together. But send me prompts, ideas, just anything that I can then find a project to match it up with. If I get only 50, if I get less than 50, I don't know what I'm going to do. But if I only get 50-ish, then that's just what I'll do. But if I get more than 50, I figure I can do 76 for 1976. I could do 218 for 218, like those ideas. And this is for an entire year, 52 weeks. And I can work on multiple projects in a week. Or I could just do one for a whole week, but that doesn't sound very exciting. In that case, I need 52, and that doesn't really help with this. So just don't everyone say new start, because I don't want 50 or 76 or 218 new starts. So I'll worry about the number portion of it, and if I can't get to the next number up, then I will, I'm going to have to do spreadsheets anyway, and I love spreadsheets, so that's not a problem. But I will random number generate for the ones that I can do. You know what I mean? Like, if, say I get 78, but I only needed the 76, then I will random number generate actually 2 out rather than 76 in. I'll just pull 2 and be like, okay, I'm not doing those, but I'll save them for later, because I love a prompt challenge. I think I haven't actually done it, but it sure sounds like fun. But you guys are amazing. So if you could just send me several, each person send me a few, even if I don't use them now, I will use them later. And some I think may be impossible. I mean, if you say a cow riding on a unicorn in a forest, like, I'll search, I'll do my best to find something. I'm not afraid to buy things if I like them and stuff, but that probably doesn't exist. So you don't even need to tailor it to me specifically. Just give me some ideas. A fabric that is a certain color, a fabric that starts with a color, a project you bought off Etsy. Like, I'm just throwing ideas out there, stuff like that. Give me that, so that I can come up with the projects I'm going to work on. And like I said, I need time to get everything planned, and I love the planning, and I'm super excited about it. And then based on what you give me, how much you give me, that's how I will form the actual one a week, one a day, one a month, however it works out. So, but it was a combined, everybody had such good ideas. That's what did it. So thank you. Please continue to have good ideas and share them with me. So that'll be for my birthday. Let's spin. Let's see if I can say so more times too. I don't like it when I do that. I pull the things up in the wrong order, and then you see everything that you don't care about. I'm going to stop talking now so I can do this. Okay, so it was 261, and it said Dimensions Small Owls, and I was pretty sure I knew what it was, but I didn't want to dig it out. It is that. So if I wanted a new start, that would be it. It's cute. Do like it. Love those owls. I'll think about it. Probably gonna do the golden, but I will definitely think about it. And in this process, I remembered that's why I started that Teresa Wensler, because it was that the last time we were together, and the random number generator, that's what came up. And so I did both. I did whatever I spun, because I can't remember now what it was, but I wanted to do it. And then I also did the Teresa Wensler. I did both. And that might be what this is. I could do golden and star owls because it's small. So it's a possibility. We will see. Okay, so that's it for the stitchy stuff, if that's what you're here for. Let's start with the Cancer. My mom got her Signatera and it was negative. I don't know if I told you that. So she's still good. So we're not going to worry about her right now. Everything's fine at the moment. I know she has more testing. I think this month she has an MRI and a mammogram, I believe. And then I think early January we see the oncologist. I was thinking chemologist, and I was like, nope, that's a combination of chemotherapy and oncologist. So chemologist. I don't expect... Well, let's not talk about my expectations because I don't want to jinx anything. We'll see. So for my sister, she had planned to have surgery December 3rd, and I guess she had seen a doctor. She took me to that one appointment over the phone when she talked to the surgeon the first time. And apparently she had like follow-up appointments to get things checked before surgery. And at some point they told her that they were going to do surgery where they spared the nipple so that they could just get the margins cleared out, but the nipple would still be there, just be a lumpectomy, nipple would be fine. And then I think it was I don't know about dates for sure, that I wasn't there. I think the day before, when they called to tell her what time to be at the hospital, they told her it was going to be a central excision and she was going to lose the nipple. That the doctor didn't think he could get close enough and get clear margins. He'd have to do the nipple too. So she had some trauma dealing with that because it was so unexpected. Like, she'd been told she wasn't going to have to do that, and now she was going to lose it. So she had the surgery December 3rd. She did really well. She came home. She was wrapped really tightly in a bandage, but a wrap. And I think she had to keep that on, I think, for 2 days, so she couldn't see the damage that they had done. She couldn't shower, she couldn't do anything. She wasn't in a ton of pain that first day, except she was telling me that the thing was so snug, it was like hard to sleep, it was uncomfortable. And then she ended up having a lot of pain while she was trying to sleep. Like, she woke up in the middle of the night, I think, partially because the thing was uncomfortable, but I think that was the night. It may have been the next night. I'm not positive. She had a whole lot of pain one night, ended up taking pain medication. Before that, she was just taking like Tylenol or whatever, but she did take, I think it was Tramadol. She did take the medication and she felt better. I think she's doing well now. When she was finally able to, she took the thing off, showered, and she said it's like a 6-inch horizontal scar, and they took a lot. She was traumatized, her husband was traumatized. I don't think they expected it to look the way it did. I didn't see it, so I couldn't tell you how it looks, but it sounded pretty traumatic. So it sounds like she's all lopsided now, and so she's going to have to make a decision before too long. I mean, not right away, but before, I think they give her like a year to decide, and the insurance would cover plastic surgery if she wanted like a reduction so they'd match, or some kind of something, reconstruction, whatever they would want to do. But right now it's making sure there's no cancer. So she kind of has the pathology reports and kind of doesn't. She has the actual report, like they posted that to her, like my chart or whatever they call it. But as far as I know, she hasn't talked to the doctor yet. I talked to her some today, but we didn't talk about that. So I don't think she's heard from the doctor yet. It looked like from the report, she sent me a copy of it, it looked like the margins were clear, the lymph node was clear. They took one lymph node, and it was the sentinel lymph node, and they biopsied that, and there was no cancer. It was good. And it was like 10 millimeter margin on one side and 18 millimeter from the, not sides, but the closest margin for the two things they were doing. One was 10 millimeters and one was 18. So that was all good. The suspicious thing was lymphovascular invasion, and that said suspicious, and it looked like they had done a stain, and the stain was like indeterminate. That's not the exact word they used, but basically that's what it meant. They couldn't tell one way or another. So we're waiting to hear from the doctor to see, is this something to worry about? Is this going to change treatment in any way? Is there anything else in that report that we don't understand that maybe matters? But as far as I can tell, it's good news. So I know at some point she's going to have a week of radiation unless this pathology says something different. So that's kind of, it's a waiting game. That's what we're waiting on now. The last couple days have been really depressing because like today, Sophie Kinsella died. She's the author of the Shopaholic series, and I knew she was dying. She had brain cancer, and I'm honestly surprised she lived as long as she did. Because I want to say it was like over a year from when she was diagnosed, but I really loved her books, so I'm sad, and I'm sad for her family. Like, I'm not a monster. I'm sad in real life, not just because I don't get a new book, you know. But it's not fair. Cancer is just not fair. It's not. And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Raul Malo died. He was the lead singer of the Mavericks, and that was also cancer. He had colon cancer. It was stage 4, and it spread to his brain as well. Again, I mean, I knew it was coming, but it was sooner than I had expected, and it's sad because we've seen them in concert multiple times. Really, really loved that band and him. He has an amazing voice, so really sad. We have one more friend we're waiting to hear whether or not it's cancer. That would be ovarian if it is. I'm hoping it's not. And then on Sunday, one of my husband's friends called, and he has stage 4 prostate cancer, which we've known. And that part of the treatment really messed up his kidneys, and he's been on dialysis for a couple of years, and he's not doing well, and things aren't working. And so he would like us to come hopefully this week. We're waiting to hear from him when he was having a good day and was up for a visit. So once he stops the dialysis, it's going to be about a week maybe that he can survive. So not really looking forward to that. So not been the best couple of weeks, but if my sister's is good news, that's really going to help. So go Jenny, let's have good news. We are going on a cruise. We have to go, my husband and I, we have to go to Florida in February for a work thing. And we discussed, hey, if we're already in Florida, why don't we maybe look into a cruise, something short, just a couple of days. The shortest that we could find in the right time frame is 4 days. So we're going to go, I think we're going to end up being gone almost 2 weeks. Maybe not. That seems like a lot. We're going to this thing. We're getting there a day early. We couldn't get into the airport that was closest because it was insane. The flights were full. Already the flights were booked. I don't know what's going on in Florida in February, but everything's more expensive and everything's booked. I don't get it. It's not spring break. I don't know what it is. And it's not Valentine's Day because this is after. So we're going to go, I think the thing we have to do is 3 days. We're going to go a day early and drive. We're flying to Tampa and then driving to Sarasota. Then we have 3 days there. And then the cruise doesn't leave until like Monday, so I think Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday we're getting from Sarasota to Miami and staying in Miami, and then we're taking off. We're going to the Bahamas, and then we're coming back to Miami, and then flying home. It's gonna be a long flight. I'm not excited. That's a long travel day, especially because we won't have a rental vehicle. So that's exciting. We have not been on an actual vacation for a super long time. So let's hope work doesn't explode, nothing explodes, so that we can enjoy that time. We had Thanksgiving. It was at Alyssa's house. Hopefully I have some pictures to put in of, I don't think there's actually many pictures. I don't know that I have any pictures. We'll see. It was a beautiful day, beautiful experience. It was warm. It's hot here, people. It's been in the 80s for a while now. 80s. It's December 10th, and it was, I think, like 85 degrees today. It's, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's not, it's hot. It's not hot, but it's warm. It's uncomfortably warm. I don't know what's going on. Because we had snow at the cabin 2 weeks ago. We got a foot of snow a week ago. Somewhat recently, we had a foot of snow. It rained here for like an entire week. And now it's in the 80s. The weather is schizophrenic. But Thanksgiving was nice. It was Jacob's family, Alyssa's husband's family. It was our family. It was nice. We ate outside. It was nice. None of this is really interesting to you. Alyssa and I and my sister have gotten addicted to this app called Sky Cards. It's a game sort of like Pokemon, except they're not Pokemon, where you collect planes. It's related to Flight Radar 24. You catch these planes and you open up airports and things like when you catch a plane going to an airport you haven't been to before, then it lights up that airport. So now you can try to capture that airport so that you can spend days there catching flights and opening up other airports. It doesn't sound exciting when I say it. They're also collecting the cards for the planes. There's ultra unique planes, ultra rare, that there's only like one of, and it's super exciting when you happen to stumble across that one. Just, it's a game that doesn't seem like it'd be a lot of fun, and we are addicted, and we have spreadsheets, and we talk every day about what we're catching. Like, hey, look over there in London, it's like a small plane palooza, beluga planes. I didn't know that was a thing. My latest, what? My sister showed us today a picture of a super guppy. I need a super guppy in my life. That's the most adorable plane. Now, the belugas are adorable too. The super guppy, that's my new obsession. I am going to find a super guppy, and apparently there's only one of them, and it's often in Texas, El Paso. So, gotta catch it. But if you haven't played it, just try it. It's completely free. I know it's on Apple. I don't know if it's on Android. Just try it for a day. If you don't like it, don't play. I get nothing from it. No sponsorships here. Just, it's fun. If you have a few minutes, just pick it up. Do stuff for a while, put it back down. It's fun. And then the other thing I was going to say is just that we are, that Ontario location for the business it's doing well. I mean, we're not making money yet, but we're not losing a ton either, which is good. So it's doing better than most of the locations that you just open willy-nilly out of the blue. We're very happy with it. People are in love. We still get people videoing in there, FaceTiming each other, other people saying, oh my gosh, look at this place, you have to come in. So it's inspired us that we really need to update some of the other shops, not all of them. And we can't do anything like we did in Ontario, but probably in January you're going to see, well, maybe less of me, but when you do see me, you'll see more pictures of what we are going to be doing. We do have plans to do some remodeling on 2 of them in January, and then a third, I at least need to redo part of the front. So that will be incoming. I know there's probably a ton to tell you, but I'm just feeling very sad about people dying and cancer and stuff today. So it's very difficult for me to think of the good things that have happened. Besides that really amazing gift card, that made me happy. So yeah, I will keep you posted on my mom and my sister and anything else that's going on. Thank you for watching. Probably the next one will be a WIP parade. I'm hoping to do that early January, late December, early January, so very soon. I want to get it in with everybody else's. I've found that's really the best time. If you do it too early or too late, you really don't get as many people watching as you do when you do it at the same time as everyone else. And not that I'm like number hungry. I don't even know how many subscribers I have or anything. It's just, this is the chance to market yourself. So why not take advantage of it? So I will do that. I believe I have somewhere between 60 and 70 projects on the higher side, maybe 68 at this point because I just started this one. So you'll have a lot to see. Thanks for watching. Bye.